It really seems like yours and mine favorite card is the same one, and that is the Blightning. We've played the Pauper burn yesterday that went 5-0 in an MTGO league, and Blightning was the star piece of the deck. I absolutely love this card, very old school, but still very powerful, and today we are taking this deck for a completely new spin. This is a deck we played before. It's basically like a sacrifice burn. We are playing a lot of creatures that drain the opponent when they die. We are playing the Mummy. When it dies, they lose 2 life. We are playing the Mare, which is a 1/1. When it dies, it deals 2 damage to any target. It can snipe down a creature, it can deal the damage to the face, and of course, the best one, we are playing the Serrated Scorpion, which drains for 2 and heals us as well, which is pretty awesome. We are playing the Reconnerate, which is basically a 1 mana drain for 2, and then it leaves behind the 2/2 Red Rogue with Menace, which is pretty powerful. Obviously, we are looking to attack with those creatures, and when there is a wall of creatures on the opponent side of the board, we can just sacrifice them with things like 4 Convictions and 4 Village Rites, draw cards, deal damage to them, and keep the gas going. I was very greedy with the mana base, I will admit. I absolutely love the 4 Carnariums in this deck, though we are playing just 19 lands. I was like, okay, we are playing a lot of the sacrifice spells, so this should be enough. We are playing basically 16 creatures if we count the Reconnerate, and 8 of the sacrifice draw spells, and 19 lands, 4 Jagged Barrens, 4 Carnariums, 1 Sunscorched Desert. Yes, I've took the inspiration from the 5/0 Blackburn deck, and the rest are swamps. We are playing the Blightning, that's the great reason to splash for red, and then we are playing 1 Fruit of Desirous for the escape. This is kinda to finish the game if we need to. You could definitely take the fruit off and play 20 lands if you feel like it's a little clunky. We will see today though, this is the first version of the deck. We're playing 4 Hopeless Nightmare to not only burn but also go with the Blightning here for the discard theme as well, and we can sacrifice it and scry too, which usually is relevant later in the game. And we are playing 4 Soul Reap. This is probably the best removal in a deck like this, I feel like. It's basically a burn spell and a removal spell as well. Green creatures are basically nowhere to be seen in most matchups, so that's pretty awesome. We're playing 4 Tyrant's Choice. We usually want to make the opponent lose 4 life, which is great for just 2 mana, but we can make them sacrifice a creature if they are going for something like Boggles or White Heroic, and then the Blightning and the creatures we talked about. The deck is very simple. Let's now take a look at the sideboard as well. So we are playing 2 Duresses and 2 of the interventions. I'm not sure what's better. Of course, the intervention should be active because of the sacrifice synergy here, so that should work nicely. This is the first version, so we are going to be experimenting a bit. 1 Reds. I like this quite a bit. It can deal damage to the players. We can sacrifice it with the damage on the stack if we hold priority. I like it, but we are trying just 1 copy. Again, not sure how good will this be. And then 2 Justice. I like this card a lot. We played it yesterday. It performed really well. It's great against small decks. It's great with the buyback if you get really late into the game as well. 4 Fairy Maca against the graveyard decks, mostly Spy or Dredge, and 4 of the cornered by black mages. This card is great. The opponent usually doesn't want to remove our creatures, so this means that the wizard should be a relatively safe game too, and it can drain the opponent for a lot at that point. So let me know what you think about this deck below, and let's see how this works. And if YouTube is not enough for you and you are looking for some more spicy lists or Pauper guides or working with me personally, there is now a Patreon for that, link below, and let's jump right to the games. So we are in the very first game against Bounce Baby. We are going second, and since we are going second, I think I want to keep. If we find a 1-drop, we can sacrifice it. I think this is fine. Hopefully we will find a lando. Of course, 1 lander, pretty difficult to keep. This is the price of playing just 19 lands, but we have a lot of things in this hand that are pretty much playable, so I like it a lot. Probably fairies. Nope. Could be a terror deck. They are going main phase Mental Note. Okay, that's aggressive. That tells me they probably don't have a Spell Pierce in their hand. We find a Swamp, which I like actually quite a bit. We can play the Swamp first and run the uncontested, I think, Wreck on the Raid. We could go also Nightmare, but I think Raid first. It's more likely we will get a hit in, and next turn we will go Nightmare, Jagged Barrens. When this transforms, we can also sacrifice it with Village Rites, which is pretty nice. Okay, they are main phasing everything. Militaire as well, sure. That's 4 spells right now, and they go Brainstorm, that's 5 spells. Alright. They should have done it in the opposite order. I think they might be like a new to Terror, because Brainstorming first sets up your Mental Note very nicely, but we are all learning here. We are playing this deck for the first time as well, so that's fine. Find a Serrated Serrated Scorpion, I actually like that a lot. We could run the Hopeless Nightmare. I have a weird feeling that could actually help them a little bit, so I think we will chill with that, and we can go for the Serrated Scorpion. Prepare for the village, right, hopefully, because it's very possible we will miss a land drop next turn, right? And yeah, we could also do Tyrant's Choice on the Terror, which is very nice actually. That could be a very good way to use the Tyrant's Choice here. It was Cycle Lorraine revealed, alright, which means I think they might have, yeah, 5, 6. Yes, the Terror is basically free, here it is. Best draw a land, not even close. Okay, here is a land, sure. Interesting. So I guess we can run the Tyrant's Choice and we will choose Death, right? Unless they have a Spell Pierce. Oh, the thing is, they may vote Torture. So yeah, I think, okay, I misread this card. If the vote is tied, each opponent loses 4 life. So the sacrifice never happens unless they want to. Well, we'll vote that anyway. Maybe they will misvote. Who knows? They'll go Torture and they would just lose 4. Yeah. Okay, so I think we are leaving the Corrupted Conviction to the next time, and we will just sacrifice the Scorpion. So no attacks. That will be a blocker. We will Conviction it away. Then we have the Blightning as well, which is quite nice. Okay, they go Thought Scour, Mail, a Mana Leak, and the Lorraine revealed. Sure. So I think we are blocking here for sure, and then using Conviction or Rights. Drain them for 2. That happens always, but then we would love to draw the cards as well. Okay, double Nightmare, that's sweet. They could play more Terrors, they won't though. Okay. Find the Carnarium, which I love actually, I like it a lot. Let's attack for 2. I don't want to go in with Blightning because it's very likely they have a counterspell here. We will go Nightmare, and they are thinking this could be a counterspell. It's a Mana Leak, that's fine. Completely okay, no. We could just go double Nightmare and just chill about it, right? Like, we could just Nightmare into Nightmare. If they have more, like, Spell Pierces, we are okay with that. They will discard. Let's see what they discard. Island, okay. Let's go another Nightmare. They will discard another Island. Okay, they didn't mind the Nightmare at all. We will Carnarium back the Jagged Barons, because that's more damage, and we will just say go. This guy is Menace, which means it can attack very beautifully. They go Thought Scour, trying to find another Terror. They mill 1 and the Demon Inferior. They found a Delver of Secrets, that's cool. So I think they won't attack in that case. They will, really. They are thinking about it. Okay, they hold back. You could kill the Delver with the Rights. With the Road Captain. But then I think I want to Village Rights at some point, so okay, more Swamps. I mean, they will never get to the point to have more than 1 card in hand, so I guess we can just try and Blightning it instantly, right? Okay, they discard the last Island. Okay, the Nightmares and the Blightning wasn't super good this time, but that's okay. We will go for the Jagged Barons for sure, put them to 1. Then I don't love attacking here, I will just chill. We may even block and Rights. We could Rights right now, but you know, I want to wait. I just want to wait, to be completely honest. We can Hopeless Nightmare trying to set up for lethal. And what I like about this is the additional cost. So if you find the creature, this doesn't need to resolve to proc the Death Trigger. Okay, will you attack now is the question. Yes, with the Insectile Aberration. So this tells me they probably have another Terror, right, in hand, because they wouldn't normally attack with no other blockers. Okay, interesting. Sure, so let's attack first. And this should be lethal if maybe they have like a snap or something, but in the first game, awesome. So I think Intervention is in place. Fairy Macaque could be good. I like Cornered by Black Mages quite a bit. I think this game will be a little bit more grindy. I will take the Tyrant's Choice off. I will go Fruits of Desires off. Maybe some Hopeless Nightmares in there. I definitely want Cornered by Black Mages. And I also want 2 Temporal Interventions. I don't like Duress. That helps them actually, so that's that. And I will submit. Okay, we now go second and find a 0 lander. That's not ideal. We'll have to mulligan this one. That's much better. We can keep. What do we get rid of though? I like everything here. I think the Mame is quite important. We could get rid of a land, to be honest, if we want to. Hope for another one. If we find a draw spell, we can cast it. Yeah, I like it. Let's get rid of the Jagged Barons. Yeah, also going second, which helps. See 1 more card. They go Mental Note, run into a Serpent. That's good. We like it. Okay, we find more lands. Let's go with Jagged Barons. They cycle Lorraine and go Mental Note, Demon Inferior, and Terror. That's good. They have 2 of the snakes in the grave. I think the Cornered will be really powerful this game. They also have no counter spells. We have Lightning too, like that a lot. We will definitely run the Mame while we can. I want to keep the Nightmare to combo with the Soul Reap if they play a Serpent. If they play a Terror, we have the Cornered, which is quite powerful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They could run a Terror this turn actually. They run a Serpent. Okay. And go Dot Scour. Okay. So we could either go Cornered or Soul Reap. I think I will wait and I will go Cornered this time. We know they have no counter spell because then everything deals more damage, right? Exactly what we want to see here. They also kinda didn't do the order well, right? It's better to Dot Scour first and then play the Snake, but that's okay. They go Ponder. They go Dot Scour too. Okay, they're playing Mana Leak. I think that's interesting. I don't mind playing counter spell and Mana Leak at the same time. Find the Carnarium, I like it a lot. First, let's run the Hopeless Nightmare. Let's see if that can bait the counter spell. We will always yield to the damage. Okay, the Nightmare seems like it resolves. That's great. Discard an island. Okay, a lot of islands to discard for them here. We will attack with the Tethered Mummy. I think I'm for a Swamp this time, and we will try to go for the Blightning. They will probably counterspell. Oh, sorry, I tapped wrong. They will probably counterspell, but the 1 damage is guaranteed, so that's nice. Here it is, lose focus. That's okay. We still have the Soul Reap, we have the Carnarium, we can crack the Nightmare, hoping for a Village Rites or a Corrupted Conviction. Would be awesome to sacrifice the Mummy and draw some. They will just let this go. Sure. Let's attack first. We will use the Nightmare, I think. No need to, be hasty here. Let's attack for 1. Let's Carnarium back the Jagged Barons. And say go. We know they probably have a handful of counter magic, so... And what's also nice, even if they counter the rights, we still cast the spell, right? It doesn't need to resolve, so it works with Soul Reap, which is great. They go Demon Farrier on the Wizard token. I think I want to sacrifice it in response here. They could counterspell this. They will. That was their whole turn. Very happy about this. Find a Scorpion. I don't mind at all, actually. I like it. And we will cast the Scorpion. We will play the Barons. Then we will scry 2 from the Nightmare, hoping for another black spell. Play the Barons. They go down to 10. And best draw, something like Village Rites probably. Okay, we will crack the Nightmare. See what we can find with the scry. Find Village Rites and the Intervention. I don't like the Intervention. We can bottom this, but I love the Village Rites. We can put that on top. We can attack here. And we can chill with the rights, I think. Especially when now this provides a consistent damage, right? They don't have a snake. So I want to hold on to the Village Rites since the creatures are actually working at sort of a burn spells here. So also what's nice, we can do a great combination with the Soul Reap. So, okay, they just probably pass and they have to do something eventually, right? Find a Recon Raid, which I like. I think we can try casting it post-combat. It will probably eat a counterspell. Let's try it. Yes, for sure. It does eat a counterspell. That's fine. More chance to resolve the Soul Reap and the Village Rites. We will say go. We will sleep the Mame. Okay, that's fine. We can sacrifice it, I think. Maybe end step. Maybe main phase so that Soul Reap works if they play a Snake. But they have to play the Snake for that. Looks like Snake is coming. Nope. They will tap the Scorpion too. They'll try to sleep. We will Rites the Scorpion. They could have another counter spell, but that's fine. Find another Soul Reap. I don't mind at all. That's sweet. Find the cornered by Black Mages. And I think we will swamp. We could cast the cornered, but I feel like we can wait again, to be honest. They need to just sleep permanently. They can. Okay, they go Mental Note. Mill a Delver. They kept the Delver and a Mana Leak. Interesting. I've seen some Terror decks play Mana Leak. I think it's quite powerful. I think the card is pretty underrated, especially in 2-color decks. And with the snap of a finger, they conceded the game. Wow. It was super fast. My game even crashed, I think. But we managed to beat them 2-0, so very happy about this. Obviously, they were a newer player, but so are we with this deck, so GG. Okay, guys, I made a lot of changes to the deck. Felt a little inconsistent. We will go first now against Hotaro. And you can see I've added some 1-drops. Actually, we are now playing only 1-drops in the creature section, and I've added some flood prevention to the deck as well. I think we can start things off with Serrated Scorpion, for example. So now we should be more consistent, be less flooded, and the gameplay experience should be a little bit more fun. Swamp is nice. We will attack. Go Fear of Lost Teeth. Okay, let's go Jagged Barons. Prepare for turn 3 Blightning if possible. They cycle an End. Okay, the weird deck, blue and the End. That's really cool though. I wonder what are they playing. Yo, I think Hotaro might be playing Sultai Garden deck. Might have heard about it before. They go Mask the Vandal. We will definitely Blightning. Oh, they will exile the Fear of Lost Teeth. That's fair. Find the Vamp's Kiss. That's also good. We will Blightning though. Sneaky Sniker and a Swamp. Well, seems like we helped them a little bit, not gonna lie. No attacks. Go Brainstorm. Well, Snacker comes back, of course. Looks like they had kind of a perfect hand here, not gonna lie. Looks like they had all the awesome stuff, and they have pretty good looking lands from Neon Dynasty, I believe, Kamigawa. Well, Snacker's back, that's for sure, and they bog us. Good now than later. I prefer this. 4 cards still in their hand. Okay. Find the Fruit of Thesaurus. I kinda like it, actually. Okay, so we could go Fear of Lost Teeth, and I wanna keep the Vampire's Kiss for some other time. I wanna hold the Conviction. We'll just fruit them. Say go. No tax. You can kill the Snacker with the Fear if you want to, but I'm wondering if we should maybe, you know, go face instead with the damage. That's what I wonder. So they have a Swamp in their hand. We will let this through, it's okay. Could be another Vandal maybe. It's not. It's an Eviscerator's Insight, at which point it comes back. Okay. They go Vandal. Let's see what they target. This. Okay. We will Corrupted Conviction it away. Go for the Snacker. Find the Kiss and the Rod. That's good. Would love to, you know, find a land, I guess. Okay, here's the Conviction. Let's Conviction away the Serrated Scorpion. Find the Barren Moor, which I think we will play surprisingly here. Let's go Black Mage's Rod. Prepare for like Blightning Kiss or Double Kiss maybe even. Depends what they do. Hopefully no mask the Vandal number 3 if possible. That would be great. They kept 1. I wonder why. Probably to block, right? They're offering away one of them. Snacker's back. Okay. Rimewood Falls. Do you think they have a counter spell of some sorts? We find the Carnarium, which is quite good. Can even use it to cycle the Barren Moor. You know what? I kind of want to double kiss. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of want to double kiss. Let's kiss first. Will be 3 damage if they don't do much. They have a Sprite in their deck. Okay, well that happened. Let's go Vampire's Kiss again. No attacks. They have crazy blockers. And let's Carnarium back the Barren Moor, I think. We will cycle it and say go. We still have the Fruit of Thesaurus in the deck, which is great. Could be slowly draining them down if possible. Defile, of course. But they play Defile in a deck like this. How is that even the thing? Holy. They have 1 Swamp, like, you know what I mean? They probably have the Ambusher. I know they play an Ambusher in their deck too. They now have 2 fairies. Could be, they could counter the Blightning, which I wouldn't love. Oh, Lauren. No, Flashback Insight. Okay, we have a free reign here. That's great. 5 mana right now. Serrated Scorpion. You would need 6 to do all that. So, let's cycle the Moor first. Find a Rod. Pretty good. Still 1 mana off though, which is pretty sad. Not gonna lie. I think we are casting the Carnarium no matter what here. Sorry, the Blightning, no matter what here. They discard Snuff Out, think it's Sniper Fire. We go Serrated Scorpion. Next turn we can like go Rod and whatnot. If we draw lands, we can cycle them with the Bloods. Quite good. Ice Tunnel. They buff up the Sprite. I have to wonder if the Blightning is necessary in this deck. I'm not really sure, to be honest, because we could then cut the Carnariums and have a pretty clean deck, I feel like. But what would we play instead? That's the question, right? They go Murmuring Mystic. Oh no, okay. Find the Rod and the Rod. Sure, let's go Rod. We win. Good. I mean, we didn't have lethal, but it was close. Their deck is pretty good, not gonna lie. Kinda like it. It seems powerful. I think they lack removal a little bit, so Cornered by Black Mages might be pretty awesome, as well as Duress. We actually run only 3 temporal interventions. I don't mind the Soul Reap. I don't think it's that great though. We will cut 1. We will also cut probably like 1 Footlight Fiend, 1 Vampire's Kiss. We will run 3 Cornered by Black Mages. Let's also cut like 1 Blightning maybe for the intervention, 1 more Soul Reap, 1 Conviction for 2 more temporal interventions. And we will submit. There is a space for Fairy Maca, I think, in the deck, but not against them. I don't think the graveyard is super important for them. Quite a good hand though, I like this. Let's keep. Turn 3 Blightning, if we find it. We can also go turn 3 Cornered, which is also awesome. They move to 5, but they have no problem drawing cards with their deck, that's for sure. I don't know, I've been kinda enjoying the Carnariums. There is also kind of a good argument for not going for the Carnariums and just stay mono black, remove the Blightning, you know, could be good. Keep the Barren Moors, could be pretty consistent, I say, but we will see. Let's go Swamp. Let's play first. I think they have nothing in the graveyard. I'm not afraid of a Vandal. Let's go Fear of Lost Teeth. They will go Shambling Ghast, probably a sideboard piece they had, if I had to guess. They go Kalni Garden. Yeah, it's Sultai Gardens with Sneaky Snackers and whatnot. Kinda interesting. Okay, we will leave the Carnarium for later, I feel like, because, well, the Cornered isn't as good now, is it? We will attack. No blocks? Sure. We will play a Serrated Scorpion. We could have gone the raid, but I want to keep the value for the Cornered by Black Mages if possible. They play Tortex as well. Is there something they are not playing in this deck? Like, is this a Highlander deck, you know what I mean? Let's be honest here. Let's attack with both. They go no blocks. Alright. We'll go for a swamp, and I think it's finally time for Cornered by Black Mages. Well, it's not that good because they can just kill the token actually. Yeah, I'm not a fan. You know what? I will Conviction, the Fear, kill the Shambling Ghast. They will probably create a treasure. Draw 2, find the Rod. That's good. Can definitely go for the Rod. I wanted to cycle the Moor, but Rod is better. Let's run the Rod. So the question is, do we really want to play Blightning in this deck? It's kind of what it comes down to. I kind of like the 1-drops. I think they are pretty good. I like the Vampire's Kiss because it makes sure we are not flooded. Same with the Baron Moor. Great in the late game. They go Snacker and could be Vandal. If it's Vandal, come on. Don't be Vandal, just don't, right? They go Tortex, discard the Generosant, return Shambling Ghast. Okay, I see that, Pretty good for them. Find the Village Rites, I'm a big fan. Definitely don't want to play the Cornered, especially into Shambling Ghast, right? You know what, let's go Wreck on the Raid first. And they will maybe block the Serrated Scorpion, target the hero token if we attack. There is an option not to attack, which is not a bad option. But I think we don't lose anything with that, so let's attack. They might block. They hate the Rod, obviously. They hate it. I had no idea they are playing Plants in their deck. Okay, they will go for that. And then we have a free reign. They will probably -1/-1 the Rod. Yes. So first, let's Conviction the Serrated Scorpion. Deal 1 damage to them and 2 more. Find the Jagged Barons and another Scorpion. And then we can Village Rites the hero token itself. Find the Vampire's Kiss and everything. I kinda like it. We could go Jagged Barons as well. We have 4 mana now. We have Serrated Scorpions. We have all the good stuff. I think I will just Canarium back a Swamp though. And say go, we have a full hand. That's how it's supposed to be, right? We win the match. They had 1 card, we made it. Against Sultai Gardens. Good game. I think this version works a little bit better. Okay guys, welcome back to the conclusion, and like you've seen, there has been a change of heart. We've changed the deck a little bit, quite drastically actually. We are now playing 2 Baron Moors and 4 Vampire's Kiss instead of the Tyrant's Choice, and this is because we don't want to be flooding, we want to be very consistent with our threats, and this really fixes that. I like this version quite a bit more. I also quite love the Black Mage's Rod in this version. With the cheap creatures, it's very easy to equip and deal more damage. The only question I have, we basically play the Carnarium only because of the Blightning, right? If we didn't play the Blightning, we could cut for Carnarium, bring in 2 more Baron Moor and bring in 2 Swamps. The question is the version with Blightning or without it better? I think Blightning is a great card, but I'm not sure if it fits into this deck specifically. I was pretty happy with that. We played the game against Sultai Gardens. I think you guys will see specifically this one, and there it was pretty damn good. We could play something else instead of it though, something like Hopeless Nightmare, which we cut. You know, we are still playing 12 creatures, now 1-drops, and we are still playing the Okiba Raid, and 4 and 4 of the sacrifice spells. I was extremely happy with the Vampire's Kiss. It not only buys time, but also creates the Bloods, which you can use to just get rid of the swamps when you no longer need them. And I also like the Carnarium for one more reason. Basically, you can bounce the Moor and then cycle it, which gives you one more chance to find something actually useful. And Soul Reap is a non-negotiable, I think. It's such a good card. I was pretty happy with the sideboard. We have a new one. I've added 3 Crypt Rats, 2 Touch of Moonglove. I think it's a cool combo. You can absolutely blow out some decks with that, like Elves or something. But I like this version a lot more than the previous one I showed you at the beginning. But of course, let me know what you think about this version. If you think there are some better versions that could work with the Sacrifice team, and if you would even play the Blightning with the Carnariums. I'm not sure, I'm torn. I like it, but maybe it would be better without it. I don't really know. I would need even more hours of testing. But thank you for watching, and I will catch you next time. Bye.